Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Vestaangelstarot Incorporated. This is going to be your Vestascope for um, January 5th, 2021. Remember that time is fluid, and just because I put today's date on it does not mean that it only consists of today. Okay? So, for some of you in the pre-shuffle, we have the Thinking Man in reverse, along with the Eight of Cups, a sense of emotional withdrawal or feeling emotional withdrawn from the situation or about anything going on in that particular person's life. Now, the thing I have to say about that is the universe gave me the other set, which was the yin and the yang. I think this is like just like one. Hey, Miss Farrell. I hope I said that correctly. I think you're new here, or Harley chime on when we go live. Thank you for joining. So, we all have the yin and the yang inside of us, right? So they gave me the yin and the yang along with the hey LJ, along with the waiting game. So either you can be an actual divine masculine as the thinking man in reverse. Hey, extraordinary. And feel emotional withdrawing from your masculine divinity side within you. And the other person may be the masculine or the actual feminine. So this is why I figured they gave me the yin and the yang. And they can be in their divine feminine energy as a man. Okay. And it's like they're waiting on you. So you get me. Oh, you're welcome. Nice to meet you too. We have a very friendly comment box, so you're welcome to discuss your problems or concerns. And my moderators also will give you any information that you may need. So the yin and the yang. So either you're the divine feminine as a man or as a woman, and you feel that you may be the one that is kind of waiting emotionally, and you see the hourglass there, right? So all of the seeds or the seeds that you did plant, yeah, okay, it did give y'all some type of growth between the both of you, right? But once that hourglass go in reverse, those roots are going to go dry, and those roots are not going to sprout any more fruition in your particular relationship. Okay. And one of you, the thinking man in reverse, may feel like you're not really thinking about the situation, or you or the other person have thought about it, and now they may not have no choice, especially if you are deciding right now and they feel emotionally that you are deciding something about the both of you, that they're feeling emotional withdrawing or Eight of Cups, wanting to walk away from this emotional standstill. Now the door to value is in reverse. So right now it can be both of you, or one of you is really feeling like there's no more value in this relationship. Money has been lost. Money has not been gained. No sense of prosperity. It also can be one of you have did some type of huge monetary payment or something like that. Okay. And the other person may not could have put in on the situation, and they feel emotionally hurt because they could not help with the money or a deposit or help to pay a bill or something like that. And that other person may feel that you feel some type of way. All right. So what I'm going to do, y'all know I got a couple of decks. I'm going to mirror you and the other person with the same deck. I hate it when I do that sometimes, because then I have to go back and recount everything and separate everything. Now, if you were looking for a reading from me yesterday, I was not on. I did not upload, or did I did not go live. Because remember, the sun is in my ascendant right now. So even though I'm well and everything like that, I had to take a spiritual break yesterday, because even though I'm part of Jupiter and also I'm part of Saturn, both is in my birthday, my zodiac sign for all of this year and plus the next 2 years. So I'm getting a lot of downloads, and I'm also going through a transition because the way that Saturn has came back to my zodiac sign after 200 years. So I'm going through a huge shift. Okay, I'm just letting you know early. It's not going to see the world. Speaking of Saturn, I'm just going through a huge shift. I'm fine, but it's just a lot that is shifting for me. So do surprise for some of you that are my loyal subscribers. Get ready for stronger information. Get ready for more truth that you need to know and to walk by. And also get ready for a deeper meaning, okay, when it comes to these readings. All right, so you already know top row, bottom row. Now, usually when I do the readings, whoever is watching me, I consider you the top row, but you can shift, okay, bottom row, top row. And just be careful with that. Don't always shift to the top or the bottom for whichever one sounds better, okay? Because that's going to hinder your growth. Don't go for the person who, oh yeah, I told them this is how it was, and yeah, they're the bad guy or the bad girl. Accept within that, you're not perfect either. So it's some things that we all still need to work on. So, take that for face value, and that way you'll heal more and quicker, and then you'll get to the root of the problem for yourself, where that you'll be more healthier for a new relationship, if that's what you want. Now, the Page of Cups with the World. Let me get the third one. Hold on. Hey, Reese. Ooh, emotional body. Okay. Now, the World card is consistent of somewhat of traveling. Now, it don't have to be to the other side of the world. It can be a couple of hours. It can be a couple of states or one state over. It also can be up to 30 minutes or so away. But it's about traveling. So some of you are thinking about traveling or have just gotten back from traveling. But the World card don't mean that it have to be right now. It can be some future ideas or moments that you are thinking about. You're thinking global, okay? You're thinking global right now about, or you're researching something. Some of you are researching something with the World card here. You're constantly on the internet or using the internet for something, because you're looking to go to the next level for yourself. Now, the World card also is Scorpio, Taurus, Leo, and Aquarius and Capricorn. But it's a Saturn or energy, okay? And with Saturn being in I'm going to say Saturn being in Jupiter. Saturn being in Capricorn right now. Some of you are willing, I see here, and you can be one of those signs, but you also can pick up one of those signs as your next door neighbor, which I'll call it like an ascendant or rising, if you want to say that, or as a moon. Or the World card can consist of one of those zodiac signs being like your Jupiter or your Venus, okay? Or like I said, your moon sign. So it's like you are ready to branch off. Because if you look at her or him, she's looking that way, okay? And this is how you also determine and read the cards. These other cards are facing this way, But the world card is like a separate energy within you. It's like a separate way that you are thinking now. Okay. A lot of you are thinking more worldwide. You're thinking more global. You're wanting to expand yourself. Okay. And that, along with Jupiter at the same movement at the same time of Saturn, this is you, I feel, learning the truth that it's time for you to branch off from things and people, emotions, because you see both of those are cups, from emotions and being emotional, from things and people and situations that have not served you anymore. Okay, so it's like you're ready to go your own separate way, also of thinking. The way that you have thought about emotions and love also is coming to a close. So it's like you have completed a cycle as the world card, and now you're ready to have like a whole type of reset, especially with the Page of Cups here. Whatever emotions or love that you have extended out can be to a certain person from your past, because I also see the world card as an extension from karma, as an extension from people from your past, like the Judgment card. You're leaving that type of emotional body of yourself behind, because it did not work out, or it gave you a lot of emotions that surfaced within you that you had to work on. And you're watching also of how much and who you love now for your future. Okay, so the world card again, it's a completion. You graduated from this type of emotional body. Okay, and the world card, you're going to be reset a whole new, the way that you love, the Page of Cups, the way that you offer your love, how quickly you give your love out. The world card also to me is an extension of you're going to do more evaluation of a person, okay, before you give them the whole world. I feel a lot of you have did that in your relationship. And I'm really feeling that it's more of a past relationship. And for me, the reason it's still coming out is because it's something that has not quite left all the way, but it's still a delay because it's Saturn. Okay. And Saturn also can be, or the world card is also the winter time. You get me? So when we hit the spring equinox, which is a rebirth, a new, a sense of wanting growth and expansion. That is what remember I showed you the picture of the waiting game, and I turned the hourglass and I said that where is it? That's what I was referring to now. When that spring equinox come in, okay, this hourglass is going to turn upside down, and those roots are going to be exposed. They're going to be dry. They're not going to be replanted with the same person, same situation from your past. Okay. So it's not that you're waiting. It's Saturn. It's the world. It's the time and element. Because right now, remember the other reading the other day, last week, when we got the winter solstice and we just went through the winter solstice, you're going through reflection, whether you still want to go through it or not. Okay. That's helping your emotional body. Okay. That's helping your emotional body. So you have no choice but to do this waiting game. When that spring equinox hit, this will turn in reverse. Okay. And the time will be up for that situation. It will dissipate. The roots will be exposed and dry. There will be no more fruition or wanting to plant seeds with that situation or person. Okay. And then it will be time for you to plant and have new growth. Okay. So this is why I was saying here that the world card, you see how it did come in an upright. When this hourglass turn in reverse, you will be completed this cycle, graduated from that old type of emotional body, that old way of you that felt different type of emotions, the way you did not work on your emotions within yourself, as instead of putting it off, you're going to learn now to work on it within yourself first. You're not going to let it sit. You're not going to let it fester. You're not going to allow people to push down your emotional body. Okay. Because Saturn is here, and Saturn is not going to allow you to do that. All right. All right. So you're going to become, man or woman, you're going to become a new Queen of Cups. This is why the universe is telling me that the old way of how you loved before is facing the opposite way. That's not how or who you're going to be anymore. You're resetting yourself as a lesson learned through Saturn. Okay. All right. And that is the courage and the willpower that you also are consciously making a decision in your mind, whether you know it or not. Okay. Is happening through your soul aspect. That the way you loved, the way you gave out love unconditionally, you started reducing it down from a queen, a nurturing aspect, to a page, where you had started, whether you knew it or not, you started resetting your love emotions from a queen to a page. You started reducing your emotions for that person, that situation, because you were healing. You're going through reflection as the winter solstice, and when the spring, like I said, hit, you're going to be a whole new type of Queen of Cups. And that itself will be the lesson. And that is the trials and the tribulations also that you have went through emotionally. All of that was a lesson for you. Okay. And so this winter solstice is the time of reflection, to know, to heal, and to remember that, so that you can move on for your future differently when it comes to love. The Eight of Swords is that you're still in a sense of delay mentally. And when I say mentally, a lot of you are still replaying things over and over in your mind. You're still thinking about some things. That's that reflection. That's the reflection that I was talking about. You don't want to see for what it was, because that will remind you of the hurt and the pain. You see now for what it was, but you also, in a way, are still keeping that blindfold on, because that means that you will have to go through this reset. That means that you will know that once this type of situation or emotions finally leave you, that's a lesson learned. That's a completion, the world card. And you will have no choice but to reset, to go anew, to find somebody new. But even if you have already right now, it's still some mental blockages that you have, because if you do have somebody new, sometimes you go back into this Eight of Swords where you feel like, okay, I don't want to feel trapped emotionally. Is this relationship going to work out? Is it going to be a repeat of this person that I'm seeing or dating right now? Is it going to be me giving out so much unconditional love, and then I end up trapped? I end up abused. I end up hurt. Okay. And remember, you could break yourself out of this mental replaying over and over and over in your mind as soon as you can. But to me, I still think it's a delay because of this winter solstice. Everybody is doing a reflection. Even the person that you're not with, okay? The person that you will meet in the future as a mate. Everybody is going through this winter solstice time, which is a delay and a reflection. Because some of you, as the world card or the other person you're thinking about, as they go through their reflection, they may have to do the world over again, or the cycle over again. It may not be with you, but whoever they get with next, they're going to repeat that same cycle. Okay, because I feel you, top row, you're going to break yourself out free from this, and then you're going to skip the Nine of Swords, where that you're not going to get any rest. You're going to be all up in your mental body. You're going to be stressed. You're going to be up at night. You're going to be having vivid and bad dreams. Okay, so I feel that a lot of you are going to skip that next card, which will be the Nine of Swords. I really feel that a lot of you will also skip the Ten of Swords, because you're going through already the change of your emotional body, the Ten of Swords, which is feeling betrayal, okay, from a situation that you unconditionally gave your love to. Now, again, we all have to finish this. We all have to finish this, okay, so that we can begin anew the spring equinox. Now, remember, like I said, the other person that you may be thinking about, or was thinking about, or coming from that ending situation, that person is going through emotional withdrawal. And like I said, I feel that this other person will be having to complete a cycle over again, because I really feel that that person did not learn their lesson. And it won't be with you. It will be with another karmic. But your top row, you're moving on as a rebirth in the next 2 months. Okay. And I'm not saying you're not with anybody right now. I'm talking about the cleansing of your emotions, your emotional body, the way you thought or did or acted out or in your emotions. All of that is getting a reset. Okay. Because she's looking at the Eight of Swords like, I need you to heal. I need you to get out of your mind. I need you to take the blindfold off and see what did or what you went through mentally, so that you can heal me emotionally. Okay. And when you do that, we already been talking about the past couple of weeks about obtaining your power, getting your power back. Now, this also can be when Mars, and everything is going to be different for everybody, but this can be when Mars is, I believe in March, is being activated in your chart. Let me see. Okay. All right, angels. So yes, the Emperor or Aries is what? The beginning of the zodiac sign, right? And that's around the spring equinox. That's when you're going to be ready mentally, emotionally, physically, all of that, okay, to take charge of your life, of your situation. You're going to take action then. Because remember, like I said, we're all going through the reflection phase of the rental solstice. When that spring hit, and that's right around March, April, beginning of the zodiac sign here, Aries energy, you will become this emperor. Whether you're a man or a woman, okay, that doesn't matter. We're talking about the energy. You're going to then be ready to take action again, because you're going to feel renewed. You're going to feel that growth. You're going to want to grow. You're going to want expansion. You're going to want to then take charge. You're going to become more of a leader of yourself. You're going to show and be and exude more of a leader for yourself. I feel also a lot of your creativity and your skills also are going to start to come out of you. You're going to take charge over your money, over your household. Some of you, as this emperor, you can or will become a father. Some of you also will become a husband. Okay. Because now you're taking charge of your life. That growth, that expansion will come in. Okay. All right. Some of you also, by the spring equinox, you'll be ready to start your entrepreneurship. If you're ready to launch something, starting spring. You're stepping into that. Right now, a lot of you may be scared to do something or to launch a product or to unleash your website, Eight of Swords, because you're not quite sure or feel if it's ready mentally. Okay. And that's the World card. Like I said, you can be doing a lot more research. You can be ordering things. You can be waiting on products or your inventory to come to you all from of the other side of the world. Okay. Three of Wands in reverse. So again, that reminds me of this with the Three of Wands in reverse. That is telling me also that you're not taking action. You're not waiting on this past relationship anymore. Now, a lot of you may be dating somebody new or already have moved on. But even though you have done it, it's the close of the cycle with this contract and the universe. Okay. They have to close out the cycle. For you as a human, you do your own mental work. You do your own emotional healing. Okay. And yes, you do actually the part of being human where you physically remove yourself from the situation, but the world has not closed it out yet. But it's here. And remember I said by March, and you see the 3 wands in reverse, the number 3, less than 3 months away, or right at 3. Let's get the last one, then move on to the second row. The 3 of Wands in reverse also is you waiting, because the World card and the 3 of Wands is almost kind of similar. Okay, you were waiting for your ships or your fruition to come in from that past situation, but you didn't see it. So now that's part of your completion. Okay, and the 3 of Wands in reverse is you also saying that I do not want to wait on that. I don't want to wait. I don't want to do that anymore. You lost a lot of power with the Emperor in reverse about yourself, your emotions, and you're moving on to a whole new cycle. Okay. All right. The last card is the Knight of Cups. Not taking any action. Okay. But see, this is like I told you, this is what you're going to turn out to be. And I already just told you about unleashing your creativity, having the confidence. All of this is building you up as the Queen of Wands, where you're going to feel more desired. You're going to want to look more desirable. And it's not about, oh, let me look like a sex goddess. It's going to be coming or you know, a huge masculine goddess. Or God, however you want to say it, with the Emperor here. The Queen of Wands is a very confident person. Okay. So all of that power, all that lack of confidence, and you may feel like I'm confident. I don't know what she's saying, but you're not confident to the amount that the universe needs you to be for you about to turn into this Emperor and getting ready to conquer the world. Okay. And you also need to be a lot more confident when the universe does bring this new masculine energy into your life. You cannot be the same lack of emotion or feeling emotionally withdrawn, still being in your head about how you were hurt before this. No. Okay. The universe is saying that I need you to stand at least as this Queen of Wands to keep to spark the interest of an emperor. We already know that you're a queen. You're as the Queen of Cups, but you also this Queen of Wands, where that you need to have that desire. You need to have and it show and exude that confidence. You're going to even want to start your creativity outlet. Like I said, you're going to have the confidence then to branch out or to release your products. you're going to take charge. Okay. Now, for me, that Queen of Wands is like a mini emperor. She's just the female version. Now, whether you're a man or a woman, it doesn't matter. What I'm saying, that the Queen of Wands is like the female version of the emperor. She has the same guts as the emperor, but she's gonna look good. She's gonna feel confident. She's going to also have a lot of admirers. Remember, I told you that the year of 2021 is going to be about dating. Okay, so a lot of you are going to have that confidence, that keeping yourself up. You're going to get a lot of more attraction. People are going to start to be a lot more attracted to you. So get ready. Okay, because you're going to show and exude that fire, that passion, that enthusiasm. Okay, it's going to show in your work. It's going to show in your clothing. A lot of you may change your hairstyle, change your hair color, the way that you dress. You're going to start going out more, even if we still have to wear a mask. Everything is about to open back up, okay, from the spring on down into the summertime. And that's how you're going to show and exude yourself as the Queen of Wands. That nothing is stopping me now. Okay, nothing or anybody. You see how they mirrored you with the first card out? And the Knight of Wands. Now, you had the ending card as the Knight of Cups, where that right now you're not giving out any fun and games. Here's my love. Here, take a cup of my love. Oh, you want a cup too? I'll give you a cup. Whether you were dating multiple people or not, it was like you was full force into your emotions with that past person, because I don't really feel that top row, that this is a current person. Okay, because you're closing out that old emotional cycle about yourself, so that your renewal process can start and actually begin around March, April. Okay. So your Knight of Cups, you have not been taking action emotionally, or when it comes to love. Now, you may like somebody, but you haven't gone full force on how you used to be, because you've learned that lesson. So yeah, you may like them. You may be dating them right now. You may be hanging out or talking to them. For some of you, you may be living with the person right now, but you haven't went all the way full force, because your Emperor is even in reverse. Okay. So whatever plans or call to action that you are thinking about, you haven't done it right now, but you're making plans, the World card, for the future for it. You understand? Because the cycle of the World card is reflection. So you even reflecting on how emotionally you're going to love this person. You love them or you like them, but you're not giving it your all. Now, the other person that you're thinking about, and I feel more of from the past, they're in their mind, okay? And they can break themselves out. They can break themselves free from this. Knight of Wands, it seems like this person is going through a duality where they feel mentally stressed, and they think about the situation between you and the other person. And okay, and that's probably why they had the Eight of Cups here. Where did I feel that this person sits like this and be in their emotional body and think? Okay, and then they go from their emotions, Eight of Cups, to Eight of Swords. Both are the number 8s. This person also can be a Leo or have a Leo sun, moon, rising, Venus, or Jupiter. But they go from mental to emotions to mental. Okay. And then I feel when they get tired of that, they want or do become the Knight of Wands, which is a person continuously, what they do is to be in and out of people's lives. That's why I said earlier that this other person most likely will repeat this cycle, but just with somebody else. Because when March, April hit, the Emperor top row, you're going to take charge and move forward about whatever or whoever, okay, that you want. Now, this other person also can be mentally stressed because they're not quite sure emotionally or mentally should they contact you or come towards you to still be that knight in shining armor, to go out and have fun with you, but sexually they still want you, okay? Because this is really the type of person that they are. Now, you see that? 2 Queen of Cups. And this is why I tell you that top row, whoever's watching this video, I always, a lot of the times, tell you that you are the top row. Okay? Now, 2 Queen of Cups, one in the upright, one in reverse. This person down here is an emotional manipulator. Okay? They love and want to be with you, and then the next moment, they emotionally withdraw their love and emotions from the situation. Anytime a Queen of Cups is in reverse, that person has been showing and withdrawing their love from you and the situation. But this is what they do. They're saying that I don't want to be in love. I just want to go out, have fun, and also sleep with multiple people. I'm really about that dating life. I'm not really trying to commit or have commitment on the mind. Okay. And top row, since you mostly stop this connection or stop the interaction with this connection, it put them in this 8 of Swords, where that their blindfold is telling them, well, they don't really want to see that you left them or left the situation because you did not want to play their game. Knight of Wands, really. Okay. And they don't want to see that for what it is. But like I said, soon this person does this all the time, I feel. They're going to break themselves out of whatever emotions and whatever mental issues that they have about replaying y'all's situation over and over in their head. They're going to still go out and have fun. Okay, Knight of Wands, because that's who they are. And like I told you, top row, you're doing the work. Remember I said, as you're Queen of Cups, you're not going to allow yourself to keep repressing your emotions and your feelings down. When you hit spring and that world card hit as a completion for your future on out, you're going to learn how to check your emotions quickly. You're not going to let anything fester. You're not going to push anything down. You're not going to not acknowledge your emotions. Okay? Because you're coming from a past or a learning lesson, Saturn, that how much you had to heal and to go through by doing stuff like that and allowing people to treat you like that, to have to do all this healing and everything. Okay? Their card would hit the floor. Hold on. Their Knight of Cups hit the floor. Yours is up there in the upright. So like I said, they're changed their mind about coming towards you with the offer of love. Rushing in, still trying to say, I still love you. I still want to be with you. You know, being the Casanova or the Miss Casanova. Okay. I'll see if it'll come back out. Judgment. Y'all seen how it popped right into place. Either this person heard the call that they needed to make a judgment call, which was to come to you to fix the situation, and they ignored it, or they don't want to do it at all. Okay? Because if you notice that the two best cards are in reverse, and this is what is still standing in the upright for them, where that they're never going to fix this mentality, swords, about their self. They're going to repress it. They're going to push it down. Okay. And they're just going to live their life, going on to the next person, to the next situation, and just wanting to have fun, go out, date multiple people, and also just to be in and out of people's lives, not really wanting to give or offer that type of commitment. Because if they did, at least their Queen of Cups would have came in the upright. Okay? You can't be a Queen of Cups and a Knight of Wands. A Queen of Cups person is the type of person that is there emotionally for the long run. That's how much you're investing yourself emotionally into a situation and person. The Queen of Cups also is like a mothering energy, a nurturing person. So if their Queen of Cups is in reverse, this person is not as nurturing as you thought they were, because their Knight of Wands is showing you their true self. Okay? And as they're blindfold, they don't want to see that about their self, that they are not emotionally available to have, to want to issue out that type of love to a person. Because a Queen of Cups in the upright is a person that has to be in a two-party situation that actually show love to each other. But that person is not about that life, at least not right now. It came back out. Look at that. I told y'all, I said, I'm going to put it back. If it come back out, it come back out. And y'all seen I pulled it. So, Knight of Cups. Theirs in the upright. Yours is in reverse. So, this person, I feel for a lot of you, this person did not make a judgment call. When the ethers was calling on this person to do the right thing, they chose not to. They chose not to express their emotional body to you, love, emotions, to help to fix the situation. For some of you, you may have got a call or a text from this person, not about the situation, but probably for intimate connection. Can I still come over? Can I come and see you? Can we hook up or whatever? And you probably was standing as the Queen of Cups and the Page of Cups and the Eight of Swords. Like, okay, you're not going to address what we need to talk about. You're not going to address the situation. Because I feel some of you didn't know whether to be a Queen of Cups for the person or a Page. But overall, your emotions started to dwindle down, to dissipate. Again, from a queen to a page. A page is a new learning, or learning how to love, learning how to take action, still learning lessons as a page, because pages are not just children. And some of you, this other person can be the children, the mother or father of your child or children. Okay, where that you do have unconditional love for them for that fact, but as a page, dealing with that situation, having a child by that person, whatever the case may be, now you're learning, or do need to learn, how to love and when to offer your love out again to somebody new. Because the Knight of Wands, they still play games. They still play games intimately. They still be doing the same thing, ripping and running all around, being in everybody's face, going to all type of events or parties, taking action whenever they're ready to take action. Okay, because they don't want to feel like they have no sense of commitment to anything or anybody. This next card will tell me about this Knight of Cups. Hey, Ghost Warrior. Happy New Year. Ooh. the Magician in reverse. So this magician, this other person has realized that they cannot manipulate you emotionally the same way that they have before. Magician in reverse with the Knight of Cups. Because they were going to come in, okay, where that, all right, so maybe the intimate text or let's hook up or I want to come by, stop and see you didn't work. So they was going to come in as the Knight of Cups. Okay, well, let me try and sweep them off their feet emotionally. Let me say this. Let me say that. Okay, so let me work my way back in emotionally since they won't let me come in and have a good time or to hook up intimately. So let me still work on their emotions. Okay, and like I said, 2 knights. So this person was in and out or likes to be in and out your life quickly. And knights are nothing like a king. The king or the emperor sends the knights out, okay, to do the action for the emperor or the king. So they're not coming from their true emotional or true actions. They're doing this because they don't want to be an emperor like you. Even their magician came out in reverse. As the magician, the magician used the wand as the first action. Okay? That didn't work. So now the magician had to go to the cups, to use the cups to see if that worked. But that didn't work. So the only thing, like I told you before, or just a few minutes ago, is nothing but the sword and the pentacle. And a knight is not going to give you either one of those. Are you catching on in what I'm saying? Only an emperor or a king will give you pentacles, time, money, energy, and the sword, which is to give you the truth, to speak the truth, to have clarity. Okay? Because they got the insight as the sword. But their first card is they don't want to have the insight. Remember, the magician card came in reverse. The magician don't want to use the sword to break themselves out of this, to work on their emotions, to see their situation between you for really what it was and their part in it for really what they don't do or was not going to do. So they're never going to break themselves free out of that. So they're going to continue to be the knight. Now, hey, Linda. So this magician also in reverse is telling me that this person is a huge manipulator. So please be very careful. Okay. This magician in reverse also can do some, is manifesting up, not manifesting, it's the wrong word for that. They're conjuring up some new steps because you're not going along with the game that they're playing. Okay, so this magician in reverse is a person that can become very irate, very upset, very evil in nature, cooking up some more tricks to work on you because the sex and the love talking did not work. You understand? So the magician can create new scenarios where this other person start to talk about you to your friends and family, start to post negative comments or pictures or something like that. Can start the type, it depends on what type of person you were dealing with because we got some mean ass people in the world that, and as a magician, not standing in their true manifestation stage as a magician because they're a knight, not an emperor, okay, doing their work as the magician, creating new growth and expansion and new things of taking charge as the emperor. Because remember, you're everything in the tarot deck, you and this other person. But you're just going through different phases at each time. And if you did not connect together lovingly and emotionally, then this person has other plans to try to destroy you as the magician. Okay. So just be looking out for that, because to me that Magician in reverse is like, well, let me think of something else to do. Okay? Because whoever this person is, I feel that as a narcissist, they don't like to be told no. So it's like, I don't feel like they just gave up like that. Okay? That's just too easy for them. And like I said, the ethers is trying to close this cycle out, because top row, you're ready to move on, and you're still going to move on. But we still got a couple of more months to go, where this Magician may turn up in the upright at any time. Okay, and the Magician is going to try again. The Magician in the upright is that this person likes to put on a show. Okay, and that show is the in and out nature of offering love and then leaving out. Okay, not committing as the Knight of Wands. Then they show up or send an emotional, loving type of text. Oh, like I'm still thinking about you, this and that. And then they hook you for a while or for a couple of weeks, and then they come back trying to Knight of Wands be intimate. Okay, all of that is a show as the Magician. The King of Wands told you that desire is coming out. Told you. That Six of Swords in reverse. Now, if you were not talking to this person and they ghosted you, because you put them in their emotional, you put them in that situation where things needed to be talked about, and they didn't like to be bound by that conversation or having a conversation. All of these swords here to speak about the truth. They didn't want that. Okay, so they took off as the Knight of Wands, seeking pleasure and action from other people or other situations, masking and hiding their love that they had for you in a situation, not heeding or taking a action, which is to make things better between the both of you. They refused at the time that the universe asked them to do that. Okay, because during that time they had a better time to make things better with you, but they chose not to. Okay, and that was this hourglass that I was showing you. If this person would have took the time and made a judgment call to work things out with you, this plant or tree, the tree of life, could have been saved. But they didn't want to. Okay, so that tells the universe that the universe don't have a choice but to move you on to complete a cycle, the World card. So here this person come back again, trying to offer cups of love, intimate text, I still love you, don't do this, and all that type of stuff, right? And it didn't work as the Magician. And like I just showed you, that the only things that was left was the sword and the pentacle. And I said, as the Magician, as a manipulator, as a narcissist, the Magician don't want to use these two. They only want to use sex, intimacy, going out, having fun, not really having to be committed to anything. Okay. And as a Knight of Cups, only offering you a certain amount of love. And so I said, you're not going to get the Pentacles, which is time, money, and energy and commitment. You're not going to get a talk or the truth, because there are Eight of Swords. And nothing in their spread is showing me that they're going to release that about themselves, not anytime soon. So what does the reverse Magician goes back to? Back to the King of Wands. I just told you that the Magician is not going to use that sword and that pentacle. Okay. And I also told you that the Emperor or King issues out the instructions to the Knights. Okay. So as this person, as the King of Wands, the King issued out his Knights to take action. Not to give out a cup of love, not to give you a pentacle or the situation, time, money, and energy. The pentacle, Ace of Pentacles here, which is an opportunity, not speaking or wanting to talk about the truth or the situation. So the King of Wands came out. Okay. Now, as the magician, which is the King of Wands, felt like the knights did not do the work properly, or did not get the type of response from you that the king wanted. Okay, so the king had to come out itself, his or herself. Because anytime the king himself needs to come out, the king or queen has to make their self known. Okay, because obviously a knight is not suffice enough. The knight was not suffice enough to heal the situation. So the king must make his own appearance. You remember how in the Viking days, or however you want to say it, that the Vikings or the Romans sent messengers out? The messengers are like the pages and the knights. The king and the queen always stayed at the castle, the emperor, or however you want to say it. Okay, they only time the emperor or the king got on the horse was to go out in battle and to represent their self as their own kingdom, to represent the country or nation or area that the king supervises or rules over, to represent as an entity. Okay, to represent his kingdom. That's the only time that the king or the emperor got on a horse and went out outside of the castle, right? Because that's what he has soldiers or knights for. The king don't have to do the work. That's what he got soldiers for. Okay? So in other words, since the soldier or the knight did not complete his mission, this king has to now show up to represent himself, but he only coming up as the one, not as a King of Cups to show love and emotion, but still, like I said, to only take action. Okay, because remember that, and you got the queen up here. Don't forget. And like I told you, this king sent out the knights to do his work, because a lot of the times the king and the emperors can get lazy. Okay, they're so much in taking care of their self and doing things to remain as an emperor and a king that they don't have time to put the hard work and the labor in, okay, to keep things going. So like I said, the king had to make his own presence, or will be making their presence known before the spring equinox to you, to catch up with you. Remember, the King of Wands goes after what he desires, he or she desires. And this king still desires you, because now, as you being the Queen of Wands, you're exuding more desirability. You're very more confident. You have your emotions in check now. They're not repressed. They're healed. And you're showing that they're healed. You're showing that that confidence. Now, you can walk into a room and everybody's head will turn, because you can be this Queen of Wands and everybody feel that presence, that energy that exudes off of you, of feeling beautiful, looking beautiful, and feeling confident, looking good, smelling good, heads turning. Okay, and this other person you're dealing with is the same way, but they don't want to be a King of Cups. They want or like to be a King of Wands, which is always going after things that they only desire. And their Queen of Cups also in reverse is that they don't want to put the emotions in it. Okay. Now, for some of you, a small few, this King of Wands may be releasing some type of third party or other person in their life with this Queen of Cups in reverse. Okay. And that can be what they made a judgment call on, and that they're coming towards you as the Knight of Cups to offer you some type of emotional handout or offering in love. And with the Magician, only thing I don't like about that Magician in reverse is that if you tell this person no, that they may not take it very well. Okay. Now, I just want to see, why is this Magician in reverse? Like I said, perfect timing. And what did I show you about here? I told you this waiting game. It's not necessarily about you waiting, but it's the call, the judgment call from the universe that time is about to be out from somebody from their past. Okay. A lot of time has passed by, and they still feel intimately or energetically that if they keep coming to you as the King of Wands, that's going to be enough for the test of time. And again, this King of Wands is coming out because the King of Wands is trying to make time to come back and be with you. And like I said, that's why the King sent out the Knight of Wands and then coming towards you as the Knight of Cups. As that Magician in reverse, they feel like too much time has went by. Okay. So let me see why your Emperor is in reverse, and then we'll close this out. Temperance, Sag energy. Your Emperor is in reverse because you're not feeling very optimistic yet. Okay. And you're not being as outspoken as you need to be as this Emperor. You're still desiring or getting more knowledge. Like I told you earlier, that World card is gathering and getting more information. And soon you're going to be and feeling more enthusiastic. You're going to be ready to be adventurous. Okay. And you're going to be more even independent when your Emperor, and this is what I'm clarifying, when your Emperor turns in reverse. So right now, temperance is you having the patience, a sense of reflection, the winter solstice. Let me also put something on your World card, which is, the Devil. But remember, the World card also is Saturn, okay, which is Capricorn too. All right. So as the World card, you're going to be, like I told you, you're going to be more disciplined, wise, more ambition. Okay. More ambitious. You're going to be more constant with your eyes on the prize. It may took me a long time to get it out, but that's what I was telling you about this World card. While she is not looking toward or at all of this in the back of her or him, she's looking toward everything else. She came out like this. Okay. So she's not looking at any of this. Right? This is you having to reset. Where that you're more disciplined, not worried about the past anymore. You're more wise. You're feeling more ambitious here. Okay. And you're constantly going to keep your eyes on the prize and be more realistic now because of Saturn, like I told you, because you have learned the truth. And since you have now walked and learned the truth, you have graduated from this other mess. All right. And this is you now walking and going into your future here by yourself. And whatever else is due for you in your future, a new wife, a new husband, getting married for the first time, having children, dating somebody new, completing a certificate, or you've been looking online, trying to pull up something to go back to school, entrepreneurship for the first time. Whatever this World card is for you, you're going after it now. and you're leaving all of this other stuff behind you. That's the lesson. That's the World card. And if some of you are a Capricorn, okay, Saturn, yes, is in your chart, in your zodiac sign, right? And you're just having the patience, because Saturn and Jupiter is showing and still teaching you that last few lessons until this spring equinox. So let me throw something out for your conclusion. Since we got the World card, let's check on a gate. And with that Devil card also coming out, you've learned that life lesson dealing with this other person, about how you was maybe somewhat obsessed with that person. With all these wands down here, this person must have been very good in bed. Okay, just to be honest. It was something about this person where that intimately you were very, very much attracted to them. But that shackles to that intimacy can also be lust, is broken or will be broken by March. Okay, so have the patience. This is why, again, I told you that this Magician in reverse is coming out with the King of Wands, because when they had a chance to do the judgment call about this, they didn't save it. They didn't make time. You see, it says here, eventually that they was going to make time for you, or to clear up the situation, to heal the situation. But now so much time has passed by that they're trying to make time and to come back to you as the as the King of Wands. That's the only thing that I don't like. Now, the King of Wands does go after what they want, but this person needs to come to you as an emperor, not a king. That again shows you that this bottom row is only going after things that makes them passionate in life, which does make up an emperor, okay? But the emperor needs to show his or her face, not a King of Wands. Top row, your gate. There gate go. Bottom of the deck is a moment of joy in reverse. So top row, it seems like your gate came in reverse, which is the Three of Cups. You don't want to reconnect. You don't want to reconnect with this from the past. Like I told you, that World card is something serious. That's a whole new world that you're about to enter for yourself. A toast to friendship in the afternoon sun. 3 cups in happiness. 3 cheers are done. Now, the Three of Cups coming in reverse is, like I said, you don't want to reconnect. But also, by coming in reverse, it's because that cycle has not ended until I feel, again, that spring equinox. Okay? So just have the patience, because this person is coming after you. This king is not going to try and let you get away. He's already looking at you. Their gate also is in reverse, which is forgive and forget. I don't think we ever got this one before. A ritual cleansing of pain and lies. Arise and awaken, see a new sunrise. So I already, what I told you. I told you that this person, as that reverse magician, is not going to be a force to be reckoned with. Like, they're not going to give up very easily. That's why they're trying to make their own appearance as the king now, because these nights did not work. And the timing, okay, and the timing that they were doing the night stuff. And then they realized, okay, that's not working anymore. So I got to make the time and show up myself as the king. Because, like I said, they're not forgiving and forgetting. Remember I told you that this person is going to repeat this cycle, but with another person, because they don't want to do the mental work. They don't want to do the emotional body work. So for not forgiving and not forgetting, they're going to stay in this Eight of Swords. And like it says, by this card being in reverse, that they're going to stay in those pains and lies. And they're not going to do the work of the awakening. You see that? And that's why everybody know by now what the Judgment card means. That's an awakening. So they was heeding, or was given the chance to heed and make a judgment call for their soul, for the soul contract. Okay, the Devil card. They didn't want to make it, and that would have forgive and forget the situation, or did the process of healing, but they didn't want to make the call. And I'm not talking about a physical call. I'm talking about a call from within. Okay. All right, so the bottom of the deck was a moment's joy, but it came in reverse. Saying through, look at there. Saying through the hourglass. That sounds like all my children, don't it? All right, so saying through the hourglass, yet time could stand still. A moment lasts forever in the bliss of the heart's will. And like I said, yours came in the upright. And their Eight of Cups came in the upright. So, like I said, the Judgment call, they didn't do it. And even if you moved on right now anyway, it's a close of the cycle by the universe, okay? So this is why this card here came in reverse. Because the saying going through your hourglass, you were letting the time stand still for them. The waiting game. All right. So that moment can't last forever. Even in your bliss of heart will. That's why your Queen of Cups came in the upright. But theirs didn't. Because they weren't worried about the waiting game that you were doing for them. They were only being the Knight of Wands. Okay. All right. So this was a long message today for all the people. I think I had 2 people to book some readings. I do have an appointment tomorrow. So if I get back in time enough and it's not too late, because I have some errands also to do, it may or may not be a reading for tomorrow. Just keep, looking back at your notifications to see if I go live. But if not, then I will be back on the 7th for your reading. Okay. And that's it. So make sure you got from now into March for this to heal and to play out, or for it to, for this person to come back to you as a knight and as a king. Okay. Because they're not forgiving and they're not forgetting this. So do expect this person back, okay? Between now and March spring equinox. The time is going to be different for everybody. Because, like I said, that reverse magician, they're not giving up that easily. Yes? So if I come back tomorrow and do a reading, we'll compare that tomorrow. And if not, then I will see you on the 7th. Thank you so much for watching and have a good day.